Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday. So, I want to talk about something today that you guys ask questions about, and I want to give you a dose of reality here. A lot of times, you guys ask me, what do we do about a spouse, a kid, whatever, who says, it's a waste of time prepping or something of the sort. And we all hear it, no question. Okay. And everybody goes, oh, it's no big deal. The government will take care of us, or that'll never happen here, or anything like that. All right. So, a week or so ago, I told you what was going on in Xi'an, okay, in China, that there's this mysterious hemorrhagic flu in the city, but the city is under lockdown because of Omicron, okay? At least that's what the government says. And I know we're talking about the Chinese government and, propaganda and everything of the sort. Well, there's a story from yesterday out of Radio Free Asia, and I'll link it below, like I always do. All right. You guys can kind of read it to let you know how fast the world goes completely to shit. Now, when they originally locked down Xi'an, the deal was because China's policy is to completely eradicate COVID, and considering they have the Olympics starting in a month, they certainly don't want COVID running rampant. We all know how countries lose money like crazy building the Olympic venues, and then poof, they're useless and whatever it would be. Now imagine building the venues and never getting anything for them. Okay, no Olympics, no advertising, no nothing. So it is very important for them to have a clean society, if you will. Good luck. Well, Xi'an is now in the 11th day of lockdowns. That's it, week and a half. Okay. And originally, what the government had said was that they were going to allow one person to leave the house every other day to go get food. Food. Okay, that's it. Not to go walk the dog or anything like that, to go get food. Well, that's stopped. Okay, they're not letting anybody out of their apartments. Okay, or I guess at least apartment buildings. Can't be sure about that, but the way this story reads, it seems like people at least can stay in the building. How are they enforcing this? There are 40,000 cops in Xi'an enforcing the lockdowns. There's 13 million people. That's one cop for every 325 people. Think about an apartment complex. So that's a very high rate of police to residents. Plus, on top of that, there's a whole bunch of private security personnel, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, that are in there. So, but we'll just go off the cops, the 40,000 number, one for every 325. Well, this is how bad it's got for food in Xi'an. 11 days into a lockdown. I mean, we're not even talking SHTF with all the other crap, no plumbing, no electricity, no nothing. We're just talking food, okay? The barter system has begun to take place in Xi'an. Here's some comments, okay? Resident there. Resident said in a video clip that some people were trading cigarettes and iPhones for bags of rice. Okay. We now have a barter system in our compound, he said. We had a bag of rice, and the neighbor wanted to trade a smartphone and a tablet for a bag of rice. Wow. Okay. Know what I pay for a smartphone? Don't have a tablet, but, all right. So let's say $2,000, the equivalent, let's say even on the cheap end, $1,500 for a bag of rice. Okay. Another person says, we have 6 bags of rice in our home, but no vegetables. Okay. There was one story about a kid who went out to get steamed buns, some bread. That was it. Okay. Bread. As he said, I was hungry, so I came out to get some mantu. Youngsters heard telling the guards in this video. They beat him, they kicked him, they knocked the food to the ground. Imagine getting the crap beat out of you because you went to get a couple of pieces of bread. Okay. This is how scary this gets, all right? So let's talk about people that actually could buy something, that a vegetable vendor or something like that was around, okay? Man paid 41 for 10 capsicum peppers. He paid 41 for 6 tomatoes, and he paid 41 for 2 cabbages. Now, to give you the currency exchange, 41 is equal to about $6.25, okay? So $6.25, $1 a tomato, $3.12 a cabbage, okay, or 60 cents per pepper is what you're talking about paying. Now, that may not sound too outrageous until you get into this. The cost of living in China compared to the United States. Food in the United States is 3 to 5 times as expensive as it is in China. So now let's take that and say, instead of 6 and a quarter on the low end, that's $18.75 for 2 cabbages. Okay, $9.30 a piece. Okay, $18.75 for 6 tomatoes. That's over $3 a tomato. Okay, but let's take it on the high end. Let's say it's the 5 times. And I'll also link where I found the cost of living comparison. So just so you can see that I'm not completely full of shit. Okay. $6.25 times 5 is 31 and a quarter. For two cabbages, $15 a cabbage. $6 a tomato. Okay. $5 for a pepper. Or no, I take it back. 10 peppers, $3.12 for a pepper. Okay. That's 11 days in, guys. That's how crazy this goes. Now, the Chinese government, of course, is coming out and saying, oh, they're bringing in fresh produce and everything like that. Sure, there's propaganda pictures, and some of the social media people over there went to the address where the pictures were taken, and they were in front of party officials' families' houses. The regular Joes, the equivalent to you and me, okay, get the scraps if we get anything, okay? Where was it here real quick? I want to see if I can find this one part where somebody said what she got. Here we go. One of the people that they interviewed who was in the party officials group, this is what they got from the government provided food. 1 head of Chinese leaves, I'm going to assume that's some sort of Chinese cabbage or something, 1 zucchini, 4 bell peppers, 3 heads of garlic, a piece of ginger, 2 scallions, and 3 potatoes. How long would that last you? That's what the government's providing them. Okay? And I seriously doubt that's daily. Maybe that's every 2 days for a household. Okay? Don't know what you're going to make out of that. You know, garlic isn't filling. Ginger isn't filling. Okay? Potatoes, bell peppers, zucchini, and a couple of scallions. Ooh, okay. That's what you get. This is how scary it can get, guys, and how important bartering can be. If you don't have food and somebody comes to your door, what are you going to do when somebody says, I want to give you my iPhone and my iPad? Do you have a bag of rice? Now, if we have no power, who cares? What good's the iPhone or the iPad to you anyway? So now you're talking about the values. Right now, you know, bag of rice is here, iPad, iPhone is here. Switch it around. Now you're looking like this. iPad, iPhone's worth nothing. That bag of rice is worth a ton of money. Okay. So when you're talking to your husband, your spouse, your next door neighbor, your adult kid or whatever, and they don't think that prepping is important, there's it happening in real life where food has so much value and all the little toys they have aren't worth shit. Something to think about today. Have a good Wednesday. Pinball out.